Kennedy School News.
Good afternoon. My name is Lindsay Cooks. Today's newscast is all about compassion. Our student reporter, Katie Wagner, is interviewing her grandma, who is a school nurse. Let's go live to Katie. Katie, are you there? Thanks, Lindsay. I'm starring my grandma on video. Grandma, I want to ask you a few questions. What do you do?
I'm a school nurse at a primary center.
Why do you want to be a nurse?
Many years ago, I decided I wanted to be a nurse because I wanted to help people. I've been a nurse for 30 years, and I've been able to care for people and take care of people.
How do you show compassion at your job?
I think showing compassion is caring for somebody and taking care of someone and helping them have a better day. So I always hope that that's what I do. I hope I help make the kids have a better day when they come to school. So sometimes that's by, if they've fallen, sometimes they fall at the bus stop, they get a scratch on their leg and they come to school and it's bleeding and I need to clean it. And then I put a Band-Aid on it. And sometimes kids come to school, especially when it's been raining or snowing and they don't have boots and their feet are wet, and sometimes their socks are wet and it's cold outside, and I give them socks, and sometimes I give kids shoes, sometimes pants if they're all wet, maybe they've gone through some puddles. And even at lunchtime sometimes they spill syrup. Lots of times a lot of kids spill syrup and they have that sticky on their pants. And so I help them change their clothes, either their shirts or their pants or those kind of things, so they can have a good day.
Is it ever hard to show compassion, Grandma?
Well, most of the time it's not hard to show compassion. Now, I will say, when you work in a school, it's different than when you work in a hospital. But sometimes at school, sometimes kids really aren't sick. And then they come to the office many, many times. And then sometimes they really just want to go home, or they want to pretend they're sick. And then sometimes, if they've been down there many, many, many times and nothing's really wrong, then sometimes that's kind of frustrating, because I want the kids to trust me and I want parents to trust me. And so we have to build that trust, so I want kids to be honest. So that probably would be the only time that it would be hard. When people aren't feeling well, or when people are really sick, or when families are sad, or when people are grieving, it's easy to show compassion that time.
So, Grandma, will you do an example of how helping kids on a baby doll?
Well, the first thing we could do, we could put a Band-Aid on this baby doll. She was at the bus stop, right? It was kind of icy, because it's kind of cold in the morning. And let's pretend that she fell down on her knee, okay? And so we would clean that with some medicine, and then we'd put a Band-Aid on that. And even, do you know that sometimes what we do, sometimes when people fall, is we would give them an ice pack.
Can you show a couple more examples here?
So let's pretend that the baby came in and she's coughing, okay? Oh, she's just coughing, and okay. And so, can you hold her up there like that? Can you hold her like that? So we're going to, this is a stethoscope, and so I can listen to her lungs, so I need to know exactly what's going on. So I'm going to listen to her lungs here, okay? And I'm going to have her take a deep breath in, and then I'm going to have it blow out of her mouth, and I'm going to listen to her lungs back here, and then I'm going to listen to her lungs back here, and here, and here. Oh, and it's sounding like maybe she needs to have she might need a breathing treatment, okay?
Thanks, Grandma, for doing an example, answering all these questions. That's very good. So let's send it back to Lindsay Cooks at the desk. Oh, thanks, Katie. So remember, boys and girls, if you ever see one of your friends hurt on this playground, show some compassion and help them to the school nurse. I'm Lindsay Cooks. Hope you enjoy the story. Goodbye.
Kennedy School News.